friends, it's a beautiful Saturday morning and I'm just going to be cleaning my extra small powdered room. So come along with this journey with me and let's clean together. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I'm going to use, this is actually pine salt in this bottle. I'm going to spray my toilet with pine salt all over the outside as well, and we're going to leave this there for a little bit, nice and soaked. And I'm also going to do the sink with the pine salt. I love using pine salt because it has such a wonderful smell. Okay, now my friends, I do have one cloth here that I use only for the toilet. So everything on the toilet gets cleaned with this. And then I have an old dishcloth that I cut up to clean the sink for today. Okay, so I'm going to use this up. I just wanted to recycle this old dish towel. So I cut it up in quarters to wash the sink, and then it goes into the garbage when I'm done. Okay, so let's carry on. I'm going to leave this for maybe about 5 minutes, come back, and we're going to start cleaning. Okay, my friends, the first thing that I want to do when I'm cleaning my toilet is grab my toilet brush and start scrubbing. And remember to scrub on top of the seats as well, the whole seat as well. Any in-betweens that you might want to do, make sure you scrub. It's a toilet brush, so it should be used on the toilet. Okay, so here we go. And remember, we have pine salt already soaking up nicely in here. In here, all that soapy water. Okay, and so that is nice and soapy and clean. Okay, now you can use, I don't usually use gloves when I'm doing my own toilets. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And okay, so now I get the towel that I use only for the toilet. And I'm going to use my pine salt, my bottle of pine salt, and I'm going to spray the cloth. So the first thing I want to do, my friends, with the pine salt is to clean all over the toilet. Either way. Okay, so I'm going to move this. And I'm going to clean on top of here, like this. Okay, the handles. And remember this pine salt in this. I'm going to move this over and I'm going to clean it like this. And then remember, this still has pine salt on it. And I also do the toilet as well, on the back of the toilet. So you want to get the dust off and stuff, and then I'm just going to rinse this out. So it's nice and wet but still soapy, and I'm going to re-wipe this, clean this off. It's very soapy, my friends, but I don't mind that at all. So now always wash down here. I hope you guys can see. I always wash down here and outside the toilet as well. Right? Nice and clean. It's still the toilet cloth that I'm using. And then I'm going to go around the other side and do the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here for 2 seconds. I'm going to turn my attention back to the sink. We're going to rinse. This is also the time that I plunge my toilet as part of my cleaning routine. I think I need a new toilet brush, and then I flush it. Okay, and this also cleans the brush, the plunger as well. So then I flush it. Okay, and I put this back. So now I'm going to remove this mat, remove the garbage can, and we know everything is completely dirty. And I've rinsed out the cloth that I use on the toilet. Then I also use it now to wipe down the toilet brush holder. Right? Use it to wipe this down, make it nice and shiny. So that's a toilet brush holder. Okay, so I'm going to rinse this out again, and then I'm going to hang it at the back of the toilet. Sorry, my friends, I also use the toilet cloth to wipe the garbage can, right? And you want to also do this as a part of the washroom routine, is to wipe the can, dust off any dust. Really wipe it, and then right, and then I put some pine sol again on here, and I just wipe out the outside of the garbage bin and also on the inside. And this is with pine sol. Okay, and I'm using the brush that I use for the toilet. Okay, I do not use the one that I use on the sink, on the garbage cans, and yeah. Okay, so here we go. This is nice and clean. I'm going to rinse this out. I'm going to leave the garbage can, and then we're going to go on to the sink. I'm going to put this down on the ground. I'm going to move all of this from around the sink. I'm going to spray the sink again with pine sol. And this is where we start washing. So what I do now, my friends, is get the paper towel, and I'm going to clean the mirror. Hope you guys can see the mirror. That's what I'm going to be cleaning, and I'm going to be using some window clean, and this is from the Dollar Tree, and this is awesome. Okay. Okay, so my friends, the same paper towel that I've used on the mirror is what I use now to dry the sink. So I use this now to dry the sink, make it nice and clean, nice and dry. Wipe this around all the fixtures, and it's nice and clean. Now, the same paper towel is what I use. It's all nice and it's pretty wet, so I just clean the toilet paper dispenser. Because remember, this also has a Windex on it, so this makes a nice shine for the toilet paper roll. And put this back. And now it's the same paper towel that I'm using to dry the toilet. Now this is the last stop for using this paper towel. Okay, because I'm just going to dry the toilet and then this goes straight into the garbage. I don't use it for anything else. Okay, because that's just gross. But before I do that, I'm going to use my paper towel to dry this, to clean this. Nice space. Okay, and then I start and I dry the toilet. Right. I usually leave the seat up when I'm finished cleaning the toilet because I like it when the seat is up. When the seat is up, it just tells me that the toilet is clean, and I just love it. Okay. And that's basically it for that. So now I just move on to the floors. So the toilet is nice and clean, the sink is nice and clean. So I'm just gonna move on to the floors. Okay, so I'm just gonna sweep. Okay. Okay. All right. We're not done with the sink cloth yet, my friends. So I'm going to use this now. I'm going to spray, and then I'm going to wipe the baseboard with this. And this is what I use to wipe the baseboard. Okay. But before we get to the baseboard, I'm just going to wipe all the little fixtures that's in here as well. I have a clock on the wall. I'm just going to clean that down, wipe it down. The towel rack as well is going to be wiped. The clock, these pictures, and then I'm going to do the baseboards before I get to the floors, okay? Okay. So let's move on to the baseboard so that we could be done. Wipe the floors, put the mats back, and it's nice and clean. Okay, my friends, I did the baseboards and also did the baseboards behind the toilet. So it's now time for us to do the floor, okay? Again, I'm going to use some pine sol, and I'm going to spray my my wet cloth with some pine sol, okay? And this is where it goes, on the floor. If you don't have a mop, or your mop is being used somewhere else, you just spray the cloth and then use the broom to wipe it. It makes a great mop, just like that. Make sure you go around the toilet as well. I usually go around the toilet as well with the cloth. Back of the toilet. every so often. You gotta do that. Make sure you really get in there and wipe. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there to dry for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and put away our stuff. Nice and clean, clean and nice washroom. Okay, so and we're gonna wait for that to dry. Okay, here we go. So here it is, my friends. My washroom is nice and freshly cleaned. I got myself a new garbage bag in the garbage can. I also like to add a fresh roll of toilet paper when I clean my washroom, my friends. Even though I still have some on this roll, I just like to start with a fresh roll of toilet paper. I got myself a clean towel, hand towel, just to dry our hands, and the sink is nice and clean. And now, and so this is my very small washroom, this powder room. And when I'm finished cleaning my washroom, my friends, I like to light a candle just to signify that the washroom is clean, and anyone that's coming to use this washroom after I've cleaned it will appreciate that it is nice and clean, and it is freshly scented. And this is mango and tangerine scent, and this is from I believe Home Sense. Okay, that is it, my friends. My very clean washroom. Thank you for cleaning with me, and this is basically it. Thank you for watching, and remember, regardless of where you begin, you can end with something better.